Hello everybody, Bandit here from Big Boy Gaming. So I've been playing the new Battle for Azeroth Alpha for the newest expansion for World of Warcraft. And I've been playing Enhancement Shaman now since about Burning Crusade. And so the first thing I checked out obviously was the Enhancement Shaman. And I wanted to cover today some of the new talent changes that are proposed on the Alpha currently. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. So your level 15 talents, looks like it's going to be Searing Assault, which is a flame tongue dot over 6 seconds. Hot Hand, which again is going to give you a free Maelstrom Lava Lash with 100% increased damage. And Overcharge, which basically consumes up to 40 Maelstrom for a 1200% damage increase on your Lightning Bolt, but it also gives it a cooldown. Currently for soloing, I'm going with Hot Hand, just going to make it a little bit easier for Maelstrom management. In the level 30 bracket, we're going to have Spirit Wolf. So while transformed, you're going to gain a 5% movement increase and a 5% damage reduction every second. That's going to stack up to 4 times. So basically, you're going to end up gaining an additional 20% movement and damage reduction while in Ghost Wolf. It's really going to help running through mobs that you don't want to fight. Earth Shield, previously a Resto talents, coming over to Enhancement it looks like. You're going to be able to throw a shield up on a target that's going to heal them every time they take damage. If they're taking constant damage, it procs every few seconds, and you get 9 charges. I went with that one just for, again, sustainability while farming stuff. And then Static Charge. This one's a little bit different than before. Every time your Capacitor Totem stuns an enemy, you get a 5-second cooldown reduction up to a maximum of 20 seconds. So if you're somebody that's going to be stunning a lot, that's going to be able to help you out. 45 tier, looks like we're going to have Landslide. This moved up from a top tier talent to the 45 tier. Rockbiter has a 20% chance to do increased damage with your next Storm Strike. So you got a 20% chance to where your Storm Strike is going to do 100% bonus damage. Hailstorm, if you're familiar with Enhancement, this was always something you went back and forth with depending on your legendaries. Frostbrand now enhances your weapon to cause frost damage on your weapon attacks. And one I'm really intrigued about here is Lightning Shield. So you're going to gain Lightning Shield, attackers are going to take damage. One cool perk that they added to it, every time you Storm Strike you gain 2 charges. Once you hit 15 charges, the shield's going to discharge and form a Lightning Feral Spirit that's going to fight for you for 10 seconds. So it's just like having your Feral Spirits cooldown, you just get half of it basically. Moving on to your 60 tier, looks like we're going to have Boulder Fist. Your recharge time for Rockbiter is going to be reduced by 15%, and it's going to deal 20% increased damage. Forceful Winds. Wind Fury attunes your weapon to nearby winds, causing each successful Wind Fury attack within 15 seconds to increase the damage of Wind Fury by 100% and the Maelstrom generated by 1. And that stacks up to 5 times. So if you get lucky enough for your Wind Fury procs, that can get pretty powerful. Totem Mastering. This was Elemental, I believe, last expansion. So you're going to gain totems that are going to increase your Maelstrom, Storm Strike damage, Lava Lash damage, and your chance to trigger Wind Fury by 5%. In your 75 tier, looks like we're going to have Ancestral Guidance. So basically a 20% damage to healing conversion for you and your up to 3 party members. Feral Lunge, that's going to be your dash. And then you're going to have your Wind Rush totem, which is basically a group movement free zone with a 60% increased movement. At the 90 tier, looks like we're going to have Crashing Storm. So every time you cast Crash Lightning, you're going to leave a dot on the ground that does damage over 6 seconds. Fury of Air, if you're really awesome with your Maelstrom generation, this is going to create a vortex of wind around you that slows and damages enemies. Sundering, basically a frontal line attack that's going to do physical damage and basically stunning the enemy for up to 2 seconds. Level 100, you're going to have Elemental Spirits. So here's where your Alpha Wolves went to. You're going to reduce the cooldown of your Feral Spirit by 30 seconds, but you're also going to cause them to pop up with Fire, Frost, or Lightning affixes, and that's going to enhance your abilities depending on which ones that you get. Earth and Spike, This is going to damage the enemy, but it's also going to increase any physical or nature damage that you do to said enemy by 20% for 10 seconds. And last but not least, this was the trump card last expansion, Ascendance. What this is going to do for you, this gives you an 80% cooldown reduction and an 80% Maelstrom cost reduction on your Storm Strike. It also transforms all your auto attacks and Storm Strike into wind attacks, which will bypass armor and be able to use up to 30 yards away from your enemy. So hopefully you're going to have some gameplay coming up for the Enhancement Shaman here soon, so make sure you guys check back. And once again, this is Bandit with Big Boy Gaming, and enjoy the new games, guys.